Hi guys, it's Marsha coming at you live, and let me see. Oh, there we go. I just wanted to do something a little interesting. Y'all know I am like a super bread lover, right? So yeah, most of my recipes involve some sort of bread. That was my addiction in the carbohydrate world. So I'm always bringing some kind of bread. I noticed it really when whenever I was starting to make my cookbook, I'm like, wow, I really like bread, and that's okay. So what I thought I would do is I would come today and make corn dogs. So yes, I did say corn dogs, and I'm super excited about it. So what I'm gonna do is basically make a version of Fathead Dough 2.0. I'm gonna corny it up just a little bit. Hey Susan. So I'm just gonna take a clear bowl, and I've got everything already pre-measured so that we can move things along. Hey, Brenda. And I've got 1.5 cups of mozzarella. I'm going to put that in my big main bowl. Hey, Sherry. Hey, girl, hey. And then I've got 2 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. Now, you guys know that I do use the Philadelphia cream cheese because it is less in carbs and less is better when it comes to carbohydrates. So the Philadelphia brand is the only one that I have found. Hey, Jamie Lynn, that is good as far as the carbs. Hey, Katie. Also, you want to get the low moisture mozzarella because you don't want it real watery. So I've got the low moisture, and yes, I do use pre-shredded, and yes, it has potato starch on it, but y'all just know that's who I am. So we're gonna microwave this for about 2 minutes. I'm just gonna melt it up a little bit. The thing about Fathead dough is it is so versatile. Like my daughter, she uses it for pizza, she uses it for cinnamon rolls. You can use it for so many different things. So I'm just gonna go over what I'm gonna put inside of mine. Now, these are beef and cheddar Johnsonville sausage. They're the thicker sausage. They have cheese in the middle. I love them. Hey, Myra. For a whole one, it's 2 grams, but I cut them up into thirds, and we're gonna do like a couple batches of this. Hey, Ashley, good morning. So, and I'm also gonna use my air fryer. So if you have an air fryer, this absolutely is something you can do in your air fryer, or we're gonna soon find out. And I've got a few secret little ingredients here. So, but the air fryer I've got on 350 degrees. I'm gonna cook them, I think, for about 10 minutes. Yes, Katie uses it, Catherine uses it for everything, literally. Like, she is a Fathead dough queen. Hey, Willard. So I'm just getting some parchment paper. Hey, Madonna. And I'm gonna lay that out because I am going to be using that to kind of roll them out, and I'm gonna more wrap them. Good morning, friend. I'm gonna more wrap them up. So I've got a few key ingredients that I'm gonna put in here. Y'all are gonna really be shocked. Okay, so this is getting a little softer already. It's already starting to do a little melting. I just want to help it along a little bit by incorporating all that together. I don't want it to be so hot. You kind of just want to do the way that you would do regular dough in folding it. So I'm going to put that on for a little bit longer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix all my ingredients in there, and then I'm going to roll it out on the dough and flatten it out. Hey, Lori. Hey, Darcy. And it's going to be super good. I do believe, guys. I do believe. So I thought before you had to preheat these air fryers. Apparently you do not. So I have a very small one. As you can see, I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot of them, but this is going to be enough for me and my daughter. And I'm going to make a couple batches. The thing about air fryers is you really don't want things touching a lot. So when I organize this in here, I'm going to make it to where, and I'm probably just going to put them on here. I'm going to make it to where maybe I've got one on each slat, you know, because I don't want them to be overcrowded. If you guys think this is going to be amazing, please, this is a super one to share out into every keto group you are in. Like, everyone. Hey, Tabby. And Matthew and Ava. Yes. All of my people will definitely be coming over to eat these because they're watching me live now, and they're like, yeah. Hey, Katie. So you can see this is really a nice consistency. And, oh, I forgot to get my egg. Hey, Sharon, I prepared all this other stuff and forgot my egg. So you do use 1 egg in this. Get my sauce out of the way. And for eggs, I always suggest that you use a separate dish. This is what I have my cream cheese in, so we're just going to recycle that. My son will appreciate that. He hates it when I dirty all the dishes up in the kitchen. So you only need 1 egg. So I'm going to go ahead and put my egg in there. I'm also going to do a couple things just a little different than what a lot of people do. I'm going to use my pink Himalayan salt because I love salt. I'm also going to make some pretzels. Pretzels are like life. I'm going to do some pepper. I'm going to do my almond flour. 1 cup of almond flour. Whoop. Well, we just lost a little almond flour, but that's okay. 1 cup of almond flour. I really am kind of considering doing 2 eggs in this. But I'm not quite sure yet. 1 cup of almond flour. And the almond flour that I use is a super fine almond flour. You can use any kind, really. I'm not real particular about which almond flour, to use. So this is getting more doughy. So I'm going to get a little help here with a different stirrer so that I can get everything mixed in. The thing about getting this fathead dough is you really want to fold it over until it's kind of like the same color, if that makes sense. Hey, Marcelina. So we're going to fold that over. The bagels in the cookbook that I have, guys, it is made with this. So now I have another little secret ingredient. This is only 2 tablespoons, but you can smell it, and it smells like cheese. I don't know if you guys have ever used nutritional yeast before. Y'all drop me a 1 below if you've used nutritional yeast. This is relatively new. I'm just trying this in this recipe to see. But this you can make crackers with. It is 2 net carbs, but it's so super good for you. It's got a lot of B vitamins, B12. This thing really packs a punch. You can make kale chips with it. There's a lot of things that you can do with this, and it has a very cheesy type smell, almost like Cheez-Its. So super, super smells fantastic. So I'm gonna sprinkle that, and if you look, I think you can see that it's like little flakes, almost like little fish flakes, guys. So I'm gonna put my little fish flakes over the top of that. And it's just incorporating quite nicely. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the best thing that you can do when it comes to stuff like this is just make sure it smells so good. Just make sure that it is incorporated really well. Now, this is my master secret ingredient. You can use this or not use this. I will tell you up front, full disclosure, this little tiny bottle of goodness is very expensive. But y'all drop me a 2 below if you love cornbread, corn dogs, corn everything. Corn is life. So this is amaretti. It's the only one of its kind. It's well, there is corn flavoring, but this is sweet corn. I don't know if you can see that. Sweet corn flavoring. And all this is so good. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Brenda. So, yeah, I love my corn stuff. And you don't need a lot. I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon in this because I really want it to have, but this is a thick syrup. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's more of a syrup. Y'all, it smells so good in here. I didn't use quite the whole cup of almond flour either. And not to mention what I spilled on the counter, so we'll just go for that. Now, I really want this to be mixed up in there super good. So, it smells delicious. I can smell the corn. I can smell the cheese. I almost feel like I'm at the fair, guys. Hey, Joy. So, everyone loves a corn dog, right? Can I just get real with y'all right now? Like, let's just cook like real people cook. First of all, never forget to put the lid on this because it's $30 a bottle. Just so you know. Hey, Vicki. So this little stuff is expensive, but a dab will do you. So I'm going to put that away in its special little box that it came in. Because I wasn't throwing the box away for real, for real. All right, so I'm just going to take this and do what I would do if I was not. Thank you, Lynn. Love you, girl. Lynn and I went to school together. So I'm just going to show you guys what I would do at home in my kitchen, which I am. So I don't want to get too ooky, but you know, you can really, just because I'm live and on camera. But what I like to do is take it and just knead it like dough. So we're going to use this to roll that dough. So if you, where do you get the corn flavor from? I got it from Amazon, Brenda. It is super great. I've used it in my cornbread recipe, which is also in the cookbook. Y'all know I love bread, right? Crazy. So it's amaretti. I'll list it in the recipe as well. But it does make a difference. It does give it. My mom ate that cornbread and she said, whoo, now this is cornbread. So I'm just going to take this and just mush it out. It just smells so good. It smells buttery, corn, butter, a little bit of all kind of goodness. So I'm just going to take my rolling pin out. Yes, I bought a rolling pin. If it sticks to your hands, a fan of olive oil in your hands, a dab of olive oil in your hands will do the trick. There you go. All right, so I'm just going to roll this out a little bit. Katie, I don't know where you're at. You should be over here helping your mom. Come on, girl. Bring my Ava over to see me. They live right next door, which is fabulous for a grandparent because, you know, you like to see those grandbabies as much as you can. All right, so you get the point. We're just going to roll it out, and I'm going to roll this edge out pretty good here. This makes a lot of dough. So what you can also do next, wash this off with water. How do you get a cookbook? Just message me, Brenda. Absolutely. And I'll get you pricing and all of that. Come on, Katie. All right. So I have this one relatively thin. So I'm going to just take this and slice it up. And I'm going to move the other dough out of the way because I'm going to use this. I'll put it back in my bowl. I'm going to use this and make it. This also right now is ideal for like cheese bread. Like right now I could just put it in there and make some cheese bread. Whoop. Move these out of the way. Gotta have plenty of room. But I like the extra salt and pepper in there. I like the extra stuff. So y'all can see that I have this fairly thin at this point. So it's nice and thin. And I'm gonna just take one hot dog. And I guess these are more similar to pigs in the blanket because I don't have the sticks. I didn't have the sticks, but I wanted to do these today. But all I'm going to do is just take this and roll it on the dog because we want the nuggets. You know, that's what I'm kind of going for is the nuggets. And the almond flour is also going to give it that consistency. So, you guys can see, got a nice corn dog bite there. Okay, so as I said, I'm only going to do like one per slat. So that's going to be one. I'm going to show you guys how they fit nicely into there as well. But you want the dough rolled out relatively thin because you want it to just wrap around. And you also don't want to waste your carbohydrates. You know, you just really don't want to do that. So I roll it up, then I just blend it all together, roll it around the edges. Get that to seal up. And on the end. So these are really kind of fun to make, you know. I don't know about you guys, but when I think of corn dogs, I think of my kids. I think of the fair. I think of my recent cheat. I think this will be dinner tomorrow, right, Lindy? And, you know, the thing about keto is you really want to be creative. You know, I wanted a corn dog the other day. So I was at a festival, and yes, I cheated and I caved into the chaos because, you know, our group did a festival and it was so stressful. I was like, oh my gosh, festivals are just not my little cup of tea. And I went and got an elephant ear, which I'm going to be doing elephant ears on this because I believe this fathead dough would make some amazing elephant ears, don't y'all? So I cheated and I ate a corn dog and it was not even good, y'all. Once you do keto, you really don't want to go back because it just makes you feel bad. All right, so we've got some really pretty looking corn dogs going on. I can't wait to take pictures, you know. That's my favorite part of doing all this, is taking the really pretty pictures with my phone. So, y'all comment below and tell me where you're coming from and how long you've been doing keto, because I love to know. I'm really surprised sometimes at the reach of people that watch. If you're getting value out of this, please share into a keto group. Like, keto people want corn dogs, right? So let's share that out and get our keto friends all corn dogs. This is absolutely wonderful. All right, so this one may not have had quite enough dough, and I'm having a bit of a time getting it go all the way there, but you just have to really work with it a little bit. Just a smidge. Yeah, sharing is really important in the keto world. Hey, Patsy. It's really important in the keto world because there's so many out there. Now, this is probably not for the strict ketoers because, you know, but you can shred your own cheese. The nutritional yeast is amazing. Yes, Patsy, super yum. You don't need an air fryer. You could definitely fry in avocado oil or put in the oven. Either one, I believe, would work. When I started looking at recipes, a lot of them said to put them in the oven. So it really just depends. I think I thought about doing the avocado oil when I first started this, and then a friend of mine yesterday when I was making my omelet, she was like, girl, share some more air fryer recipes. So I'm really been trying to think more. I got this tiny little air fryer it's super great. It's very compact. It does not heat my kitchen up like my dad's big air fryer does. So it's nice and compact, and I want to say I got it for like 39 bucks or something insanely cheap. It was very cheap. I got it at Target, and the brand is Dash, D-A-S-H. So I'm going to get a lot out of this recipe. Now, I know I used a cup of almond flour, but the thing about the almond flour is it stretches so much. So I could actually take this. Thank you so much for sharing, Lindy. I can actually take this. Y'all watch, I got to fix my caps. You got to have the ends done, you know. I can actually take this dough and put it in the fridge and save it. I don't have to use it all for these corn dogs, you know. So I could use it for my pretzels that I want to make, little pretzel bites, put some more salt. Hey, Alicia, put some more salt on them for the pretzel bites. But I also have some condiments that are going to go really good with this. How many of you love ketchup? Y'all, I am a ketchup fanatic. Oh, my little end piece is not wanting to work, but that's okay. It'll still taste good. Even if it's not perfect, it'll still be okay. Okay, so I'm going to get one more, I think, in this little batch that I'm going to put in my fryer. And so you just take the dough and you roll it around there so it stretches out on the dog. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Karen. And then you just want to flatten it out on the dog. Now, you can use regular hot dogs for this. You can use regular sausage. You can use breakfast sausage for this and have the breakfast ones. You could also sweeten this with sweetener and make them the breakfast pancake ones. Coming to your house for Fair Food Day. That's right, girl. Come on, Lindy. Fair Food Day. That's right. I am so all about some fair food. The peppers and onions and sausage. Oh, yeah, we really should have a Fair Food Day. Okay, so I want to show you guys how I'm putting these in here. So they're not overcrowded. And I'm just going to pop them in there for, let's say, 10 minutes maybe. Hey, Vicky. All right, so if you have not shared this out to a group already, please do so. Now, that used about half of my dogs. Now, I had 4 dogs, but if you have smaller ones, hey, Lorraine, if you have smaller hot dogs, that's fine too. I just used what I had in my fridge, so you guys know I just used what I have. So these are going to be nice and cheesy. So a couple of things you could do with this dough. You could continue to make these, which I'm sure I will because Katie and Matthew are going to come over. But you could also do the, you could save some for your pizza. So you can make pizza rolls out of this. Right now, they're perfectly, ideally shaped for, I could take this strip and I could put some Rayos marinara, and some pepperonis or some hamburger, and then just roll those things up, and guess what? I have pizza pockets then. So fathead dough is super, super versatile. Thanks, Priscilla. I love this stuff. Like, it is so versatile. And don't feel like when you make it, you only have to make one thing with it. So the thing about this is the different ingredients that you use just really add a lot of flavor. Hey, Andrea. So again, what I used is I used a cup of almond flour, and I will put the recipe in the description when I'm done. And I use super fine almond flour, which, you know, for corn dogs, you don't need super fine, but I find it's better to kind of put it together. The amaretti sweet corn, how long will it last in the fridge? Patsy, I think it would last a day or two easy. I have had it, I think, up to a week. And all I do is I take cellophane, and I take my leftover, and I wrap the cellophane over, and I wrap it up in the cellophane. So I use the almond flour, I use the sweet corn flavor. I do use my pink Himalayan salt because I use it in everything. I love this little container. Don't y'all think this is so cute? Black pepper always, and 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. If you have not used nutritional yeast, thank you so much for sharing, Karen. If you have not used nutritional yeast, it's amazing. It's super good for you. It tastes really cheesy, smells really cheesy. Has a lot of vitamin B things. It's the flavor is just amazing. You can use it in sauces, scrambled eggs, kale chips, crackers, biscuits, everything to boost the nutrition and your taste buds. You can sprinkle it over vegetables, in your salad. It's really good. It's got a nut, no cheese sauce. So that's a recipe on here that would be good. And some sort of noosh crackers, which are actually, the recipe on the back of here is keto. It calls for flaxseed meal, water, almond flour, the yeast, salt, coconut oil, lemon juice, and salt. So this is really a very, very, very keto food, if you can call a food keto. Some people take issue with me using the better cheddar. They're 2 grams of carbs per dog, but I'm okay with that. You know, I'm not going to eat a bunch of these. I'm probably going to eat, you know, maybe a whole dog and the stuff. So, and you're probably going to say, well, what's the nutritional value? Well, I'm going to give you a website. It's verywellfit.com. And that website, you can put in the recipe and it'll calculate all the nutritional value for you. So I'm really super excited to see how this is going to turn out. In the meantime, oh, I can smell them, guys. This smells so good. The alternate thing you could do is you could just take one of the coffee stirs and make little sticks out of them and make them the full, hey Dad, hey Cleveland. You can make them the full corn dogs. So when I get to cooking, sometimes Katie does a lot of the cooking. Hey Sherry. She does a lot of, oh my goodness, y'all. That is starting to look really, really good. Okay, so we're going to leave that in just a smidge longer. Yeah, I'm thinking 10 minutes is going to be kind of the optimum time frame there. So you really have to decide what's good for you. You could, like I said, you could use any kind of meat. You could stuff them with, you could make these kind of like an egg roll, make them a little thinner and stuff them with egg roll in a bowl. So these are super, super versatile. And that's the thing you need to learn on keto is not everything needs to be, oh, I need to follow this recipe. Be creative, and as you're doing stuff, think, what else could I do with this? How can I create this into something that I can add into my diet? Everybody loves bread. I know that's kind of one of my biggest things that I had to give up was the bread, but I don't miss it with this. So this helps me a whole heck of a lot. So I absolutely love this. It's raining here, so it's really kind of ooky. All right, so now I'm just going to cut this in half. And I actually can probably get away with doing this a little bit more because this is pretty thick. So let me get this a little thinner. And the more you work with this, the more you can get it to thin out. So don't feel like you've got it too thin because you can always wrap it more. Is fathead dough just what you call it? No, that is just the recipe name. So when you hear someone say fathead dough, it's a recipe. It's you don't buy it in a store. You just make it yourself with the ingredients that I showed you today. And it's super easy to make, guys. Super easy. So I did this one a little thinner. It's almost like paper thin, you can see. So fathead dough is one of the biggest wonders of keto. So this is kind of more like a pig in a blanket now with no ends. I'm going to cheat and get a little lazy on it. So that's okay, because this is going to be my next batch. So it's pretty easy to do those. You could also make some crackers out of this if you do it really, really thin. There are just so many possibilities when it comes to fathead dough. Making pizzas. So I love fathead dough. The versatility is just one of the best things about it. There's a lot of recipes you can make. Garlic cheese sticks. So if I rolled this all out and put it some, hey Nancy, some Parmesan with it and all that jazzy stuff, it would be super good. That one's gonna get a double wrap. All right, and now I have really just two more dogs left, so I don't want to use much more. Actually, you can get away with so little. All right, so I'm just gonna use this much and watch how that just evolves into some huge, y'all aren't gonna believe this. Y'all are y'all ready? Y'all are not ready for this. Are y'all ready for this? Oh my goodness. All right, so I thought this would either turn out horribly bad or so super duper fantastic that people will be begging me forever to make this. I'm telling you right now, if you have not shared this out yet, you need to go ahead and do that. Share this, please, to a keto group. This is really like the best thing I think I have ever made keto. I am so proud of this recipe. Okay. I'm going to say, if you haven't shared yet, you really need to. So let me get this on a plate for you and show you this amazing stuff. Oh. I can't even believe how good this looks. See if I can find some tongs. I never know what may or may not be in these drawers of mine here. Whoop. So, this is super amazing. Oh my goodness. The one thing I would do is I would probably spray the bottom side of my fryer. Next time. Okay, I'm going to put these in for just a smidge longer. All I'm doing is I'm going to go in here and turn these over. Now, I'm getting the bottom ripped off of here because I didn't grease my bottom, but let's put these in for a couple minutes and y'all are gonna see like, oh, we're almost there. Almost there. Just put them in for, all right, so that was, we'll say 15 probably total. So now I'm gonna get my, I'm gonna actually get a Ziploc bag to put my dough in because I'm gonna use this. Hey Layla, Sharon, thank you, Sherry. Oh, you can smell it. I can smell it. Linda, you just need to ride over. That's all there is to it. So I'm just going to take my leftover fathead dough, and I'm going to put that in my bag. I'm going to fold it over, take the air out. They're probably just going to come over and make it, but I wanted you guys to see kind of what we got going on here. And I like to make sure it's nice and incorporated, and everything is mushed out really good. I'm kind of a particular bird when it comes to some stuff. So now this is ready for like, what does this look like, guys? You could make a little personal pan pizza or two out of this. Just flatten it out a little bit more. This stuff is so versatile. So the next load I'm going to put in are going to be the, what do you call them? Pigs in a blanket. So they're pretty neat. I'm so excited, y'all. Just another minute on these. Okay, so let's talk condiments. So we all like ketchup and mustard, right? Okay, so Tammin, that is, I've got corn dogs, and I've also got pigs in the blanket. So basically it's dough on the outside of hot dogs, sausage dogs. So the condiments that I use, this is the no sugar added Heinz. Super great. It's only well, I think 1 gram of carbs for a tablespoon. I'm not even going to use a tablespoon. And then just French's classic yellow mustard. So, we're going to get those ready. I don't know, so who mixes it? Do y'all mix yours together or do you do it side by side? I have to mix mine as I'm using it. This one is not. This was a new creation. Can you make ahead of time that? Yeah, I believe you can, Ruth, because you just set it in the fridge and just have it ready. Is this in my recipe? It is not. I will have to put this in the next cookbook, Myra. This one is not in that cookbook, unfortunately. I just came up with this one. But I will be posting the recipe in the description. So when I do my mustard and ketchup, I'm a funny bird. Hey, Judy. I take my ketchup. Oh, this isn't open yet. I take my mustard and put it on one side. And then I have my ketchup on the other side. And the two can be touching. The name of the flavoring is Amaretti. And I'll post that in the comments. A-M-O-R-E-T-T-I, Amaretti. And it's sweet cream flavoring. Hey, Lisa. And that, I think, is kind of a key part of it. I mean, it's expensive. I'll tell you straight up, like, oh, my name is Marcia. Okay, so I take my ketchup and mustard and put it on the side there. And then I kind of blend it together. I know, really, you should just blend it. What, y'all tell me, are y'all a separator or a mixer? Do y'all separate your ketchup and mustard or do you mix that together? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we are completely done. Wow. I would recommend tongs for those. Oh, you're gonna love this, guys. This is by and far one of the best dishes. Okay. Y'all excuse me. Let me... Yep. I'm a mixer after the fact. It's crazy. All right, guys, you are not going to believe this. This is so amazing. So amazing. Look. Look how pretty they turned out. Oh. Okay, so everything's in the taste. We know that. Put those on the side. So it took 15 minutes to do that. We have these already ready. Let's give it a try. I know they're going to be really hot. Oh, they're done. Really hot. Oh, so good. That is so good. Hey, Sherry. If y'all have not shared this out, please do. If you're watching on the replay, let me know. That was delicious. Absolutely delicious. So, it's very cornbready. I love that. Love, love, love that. So that is really a key thing for me for corn dogs. So it would feel more like a corn dog if it were on a stick. That's just wonderful. Please share this out. It's amazing. Y'all have a wonderful day. Over and out from Keto Gaming. I'm going to have me some corn dogs. Talk to y'all later. Over and out. Bye-bye.